I want to begin this with association. Okay. 100. Hue, the hue of light. Look at what happens to the light, how I defer the light, right? I drag, there's no light. I'm dragging the light. Then, boom. Something for the light to hit off of. Now we see it, right? Now you see it, now you don't. Anyways, 100 equals to the numerological value of 74. In a single digit count, it equals to 38. When you finish off with 5-4. 5-4 equals to the sun. It then says inside the word, it says red sun. Let me see if I can douse this light just a little bit. Right? 47 is the numerological count for time. T-I-M-E. Let's do a little time together, right? 25 years to life, 25 representing Earth. This letter is the 13th letter. This letter is the 5th letter. 13th letter equaling to 5 and 4, right? The 13 ball and the 5 ball, okay, will equal to R. 5 and 4 equals to D, E, or I, like an Opus Dei. The I equals to 9. The T equals to 2. But it's the Venus world. 2 is not alone. 2 does not come into this world. It has powers to it. 2, 11, time, 9-11. 5-4, 9-11. 9 to 5, E-I-E-I-O. What happens with time? What happens with numerological values? So now you have Dre. They're talking about Ray, Dre, or how about Ray or Rudolph? The deer, as in D and E, A and R. The R letter, the D letter says deer. Deer red. At the same time, the R can be represented by the I, the EA represented by the O saying 10R. ED represented by the sun, okay? And at the same time, when you take away E and A from these two letters, okay, and we don't want to read deer, okay, we end up with Don Key. 11 equals to 2 equals to 5 equals to the letter Y. This equals to the letter Y is 2 and 5. I don't remember where I came up with that, but then when we do that, we need to pin codex. Okay, the codex, the tail, A and I world, the wing. L is represented as a word in French, and it says wing. When it says IL, it says 9 and 12, which is 9 and 3, and the wing, okay, resides inside the Saturn skies. In God, 0 in God, 7 and 4. 7 and 4. O God, or in God. IN equals to 19, artificial intelligence, the O in God. 100 equals to 8 and 35, electric company, the ashes, H and ash, Hashem, in dread, in red. The numerological value becomes 74, or the number to the church. When you put this together, the 3 and the 8, right, you actually, when you put the 3 and the 8, all I'm going to do is actually add 1 to it, and we create 3 and 8, right? That's how we do it. B and E, if I turn it around, right? You want me to just turn it around? You want me to split it in half? Okay, we'll have B and E or 383. Church heaven, 100, when 0 and 0 come together. 0 and 0 come together. Now, inside 1,000, okay, T and H, time heaven, right? T and H, time heaven. Day as in Sunday. D and E creates 5 and 4, sun. D and E is M and E equals 13, 5 and 4. Dre or day. We now have Sunday inside D and E. In where Sunday, okay, is a reverse in French, because in French they say every word ends in DI. Lundi, moon day. Mardi, I guess the day for the ram or Mars. What are we doing? We're ramming it in from Mars. The Mars cars, right? Let's get all those computer SIM cards shoved in by Hoover Dam before they run down the fall, and we get all the spindles running. We get all the spindles running. We get Mecredi, right? Almost like Mecredi or to cry. We get Jeudi, which is the game day. We get Vendredi to cook the egg. We get Samedi because it's the same day. And then we get Dimanche, 49. Uranus, around we go. 1000, time heaven, 28 in the cycle of where are you? 1020. JT, hey, where are you, JT? Remember the difference between J and T. T is the 20th letter. You say 20. But with 10, you only say 10. You don't say 10T. If I had to say 10T, 10T equals to 39, and TY is 45. That's right, inside the sun. 9339, 10 is in Saturn. The total, 3 and 4 is 7. 45, 9 and 5 becomes 7 and 5. If it's in Saturn, it's now G&E, General Electric, inside the moon of Electric Company with this Earth and Jupiter. Numbers, my friends. The third planet, the letter C for creation. The fifth planet, the half-life. From Mars, the one spirit is carried in 3. When you carry 3, you carry 1 and 2. You carry 66. 6 and 6 is 12. 1 and 2 is 3. We begin with the L letter. Just after 11. We split after 11. Like I showed you in these designs, we split after 11. The circles, if you want, I will put a circle over here, okay? Or I'll put a diamond here, just so we can understand. Or I'll put an X here, but there's so many things I can put here, I'm just not going to put anything at all. Okay, let's not get into the next mixed up. Here is S and S inside sand, which is DNA, 1 and 4. The 14th letter, and 4, Grover Cleveland on the pole, or the 144 hours in the 6th day of the week. SAND, S19, N14, D4, 18 plus 1, 19 DNA. R and A, Ra, is inside of this creation. Ra, inside the S. 38, we're back with the church. Where did we, oh yeah, yes, 38, 38. The first two parts, this says OU in French. It says, where are you at? So when I see this, I say I am at the half-life. U is a representation of 21 or 12, 6 and 6. 7 times 3 is the gateway to get there. We need to find perfect numbers to tell me what I'm doing. And then I go to CB codes to ask myself these questions. Where? Instead of T and H, I'm in W and H. Who, what, when, and where? Who, what, when, and where? WH, creation heaven, 2, 3, and 8. Beta creation, creation, 5 and 8. I am in the matrix of the one spirit, right? 1 between 3, 1 between 4. 3 and 8 equals 11. I am now 22, 22 to life. I am B and B. I am the baby. I come to the church. The split, we got the chicken on top, and we're bringing in some information, so keep it on coming. 38 and 64. 8 and 4 is 12. 1 and 2 is 3. 3 and 8, 93. Bring me in from the 1000. I'm coming in from Saturn. Saturn equals to 93. At the same time, this is 102. 102 are all these evaluations that you're always seeing. 102, 162, 612, which will then revert into 613 when the spirit comes in, the 613 laws of Moses. 316 for the touchdown, the extra point, and the field goal. 1000. But there's more to this word because T and H are black. O is black. The first three letters say thou. Thou shall not what? Thou shall angel not what? Thou shall angel not divide. 1000. Thou shall and divide. The sands. Anyways, it's just a made up whatever. Anyways, at the same time, we get ND. Okay, we get Sunday. The 14th letter and the 4th letter is 18. 18, 18, 18, 54. Angel resident of Ra. Celsius and Fahrenheit 38 creation. So we've done the bottom part over here already. Deer, red-nosed reindeer, red deer. Nay is birth. Nay is birth. When we have the combination, where is that combination here? The N is the 14th letter. That is the birth. It's an EN. When you reverse the EN, it says NE. So it's ni or nay. Birth or the child of. Naissance. Naissance, plaisance. Raphael, 7286 in a constellation of Pegasus. I'm going to bring you all of them. And remember, when we are doing 100, okay, when we're doing 100, or Are we doing 1,000? 1,000 is 4 numbers. Is that not correct? Is this not 1,000? Do we not always put a comma between it? So does that mean we hit 1,000, we automatically get our first comma? If we were talking change, okay, would there be a decimal point over here? So the point of the matter is we now have a tail in between 3 zeros and 2 zeros, right? And if it was binary, okay, this would be 1, 2, 4, 8, 16, 32. It would be 5, 7, 8, 4, 2, 1. Count these 3 together. 1 and 2 is 3, 3 and 4 is now 7. We have 7, 8, 7, 57, 87. 57, 81 is the end of the cycle. If we put these two together, 4 and 2 is 6, 8 and 6 are the reverse of each other, right? Now this is where my change is, okay? These two over here. So what would I do with my first penny over here? Would I replace the change over here? 787 is the doorway, 57 is the moon. 5781 is the end of time. 1 on the dot side over here. So now, should I remove all the dots? Should I relieve the dots? We're going to leave them at that and now bring this to the 7th gate. 5 at the 7th gate, okay? 5 at the 7th gate. Hold on a second. Let me do something else. We don't see this clearly, right? The number is 32, 16, 8, 4, 2, 1. 32, 48, 56, 60, 62, 63. The number that goes with moons on Jupiter. Then we end up with 5 and 7 and 8 and 4 and 2 and 1. 5 and 7, 5784. Oh my God, 5784. Pluto, the moon, the gateway to 9 lives of the cat, the bad cat. 5, 12, 20, 24, 25, 26, 27. Wow. Win a big red sun, creation inside Jupiter. Celsius and Fahrenheit. 60 seconds on the clock of creation. That creation is 30. The total is 96 with man standing. You have to get from one end to the other end, right? Remember, when you're when we're watching TV, we're always watching in a streaming mode. No matter where you are, TV is always partially streamed because it has to get from one area to the next. It's a constant same speed when it's TV because it's their line. Anyways, I didn't want to get into that. We did the 100, we did the 1,000. When I add this together, we get 90 for the 90 birth, right? Which becomes 96. 63, 73, 83, 90, all zeros equal 6. We now have 96. If I minus it, okay, I have 36. If I add it, I have 90. Now, should we put these together? If I do, I'm going to have 126. Again, 126, 216. Always those same numbers. Always those same numbers. It's a period of time. The Mayan, it's a period of time in 9 days. 9 days of 24 hours. And if I went to 103 or 163, movement of one number, okay, I jump to the commandments and to the touchdown, the field goal, landing on the moon, in between the uprights and the posts. Here's 2 diamonds for the roof, right? 2 diamonds for the roof. Maybe it's Brazil and Africa, right? The split between Brazil and Africa. The electronic cats. Okay, we're going to leave this at this. 100 starts with H. 1,000 starts with T. Time heaven. Heaven, Father, DNA crossover into the dread, the angle, the R. I'm just looking through these things. This is electric company. The hue of light, maybe they want to say. But whatever it is, it's 29, the first letters, the first 2, and here it's 28, and here it's 29, and that's 57, the hue through the moon of time heaven. Same 2 numbers, 28 black, 29 black. When you have 29 with this number, you end up with 48. 2 and 2, 9 and 8 is 17, 1 and 7 is 8. We have the Q. Raphael in a long video. Thank you for watching. Catching up.